Good afternoon, this is Randy. I'm doing a video today on behalf of Mary. She is unable to make this video because she's in quite a state right now of shock and trauma. We're going to skip a little ahead to actually real time. And what happened was that after Mary and the narcissist broke it off for the second and final time, or was it the third actual final time? Anyway, it just happened recently in June of 2015. There was an event, and I'm not going to explain the event because that's a whole nother video, but it caused the final, hopefully final breakup with the narcissist in her life that actually spanned for 9 years on and off. And after that event, Mary and the narcissist both went no contact with one another. But as we all know, it's difficult to recover and to get the narcissist out of your head as you realize what's really been done to you. And you never get closure. Especially with the final incident that Mary encountered, she has wanted closure, known that she wasn't really going to be able to get sufficient closure, and actually has been battling for the past several months to maintain the no contact that she knows she needs to maintain. About a week ago, she had a slip and she sent an anonymous, she contacted her narcissist. She broke the no contact. She attempted to contact him through a website that actually had a telephone number connected that she was able to access, but it was not her telephone number, so there was not real evidence that it was her. She just rang the phone once impulsively and hung up, and it was through a website. But right afterwards, the narcissist called her, so evidently she wasn't too secretive or too cunning. He knew it was her. She didn't answer the phone. She felt bad about that, breaking that no contact in terms of just ringing the phone. She did feel good that she didn't answer the phone when he called back. But it had been gnawing at her. She's wondering what's going on in his life and what new chick he's got and what's going on. And another couple days ago, she did what some of us do, and we usually regret doing it, and that was to drive by his house. And there was nothing by the house. No one was outside. He didn't see her drive by, but you know, the obsessive thoughts get to you, and they got to her. And as she was riding home after just driving past his house with no incident, she dialed the phone and called the narcissist. She let the phone ring twice, and she wasn't quite sure what she was going to say if he answered. But what happened from there is what we all fear. The narcissist did not answer his phone. He handed it to his current Guppy and allowed his Guppy to answer his phone. He knew it was from Mary, and he wanted to screw with her. So the new Guppy answered, and of course, Mary quickly hung up. That was it. That is the extent of Mary's offenses. Ringing the phone once and hanging up a week later, driving past the house without incident, and then ringing the phone again twice and hanging up. Well, in response to Mary's serious offenses, this is what she got. I wish I could send you the slew of pictures that she received from the narcissist Guppy, who you know was standing right there with her while she fired off numerous pictures and texts to Mary. Pictures of the narcissist and the new Guppy lying in bed. Pictures of them at what appeared to maybe be a restaurant, an outing, a date. 3 or 4 pictures of them smiling together. And, not to mention, an obscene X-rated porn shot of some body parts coming together. That's what Mary got for ringing the narcissist's phone a couple of times and hanging up. What else she got was some written texts from the narcissist's girlfriend. I'm going to read these texts. The narcissist's new girlfriend, by the way, she's 32 years old. She's been married once or twice, and she has a child. She lives in another state, and the narcissist's girlfriend said, "Stop sending Peggy texts. She's respectful and understands that we are in a relationship. You don't. He won't fuck you. He fucks me, and I keep him happy. Lay off. You're looking so desperate. Remember, oh, honey, he gets us all. The great thing is, I get him. Knock it off. Leave Peggy alone. She has class that you lack." Now, the Guppy's talking about leaving Peggy alone because Mary messaged Peggy through Facebook and asked her if she knew anything that was going on with their ex-narc, and Peggy just basically said, "No, I'm not involved with that. I'm not interested in communicating with you, and I've moved on." And that was about it. That was the extent. But, of course, the new Guppy knows Peggy also and is taking up for Peggy for some reason and is telling Mary to stop contacting Peggy. And then she sends another text that says, "Do you get it? I hope so. Stop it all, especially with Penny. You have a history of being fucking psycho. You're a pussy, and you text Penny? Grow up, Mary. The reason you don't have blankety blank is because you have no backbone. He hate-fucked you. You knew it, and you know it. It's sad for you to even attempt. Leave Peggy out of it. She is actually a respectable woman who, if she texts him, I don't lose my shit. You, however, you're not getting it. And then run your mouth. She doesn't deserve to be heard. I'm about done with your bullshit. Make it stop." And this is what Mary got for ringing the narcissist's phone once on 2 different occasions and then hanging up. She got all of these pictures that are giving her some pretty nasty visuals, especially the obscene one. And believe me, she sent it to me. It's just gross. Really gross. So it's really confirmation about why you should remain no contact. Think about the peace that you have in your life currently. Do you really need this crap? Do you really need to make contact with a narc so that you can send yourself in a whirlwind. Mary did contact the police about the text because at the end, the Guppy threatened that if she needs a visit, the Guppy will visit her. And Mary took that as a threat because this particular Guppy does know where she lives. So she went to the police, and the police said they would contact the narc and the Guppy and warn them not to send any more texts or pictures to Mary. She wanted me to do this video because she wasn't quite up to it yet, but we will continue the rest of her story when she's feeling better. Thanks for listening.